Hello, my friends. How are you today? I hope your November has been good. I have one last Thanksgiving video that I wanted to do for you. I'm sorry that it's so late. Thanksgiving is next week, so I have not been able to do anything sooner. I was almost going to not bother and start packing everything up and start putting out Christmas things like everybody else is already doing. But my sister is coming up here for Thanksgiving. My brother is sadly back in the hospital again. He won't be able to be with us for Thanksgiving then, but my sister hasn't seen him for a long time and she would like to see him too. So he will be going to a facility to get some more rehabilitation, and we hope he can get stronger. Thank you so much again for your prayers for my brother. We don't have much family, and we worry about my brother. So thank you again for your kind wishes. I've got some newly thrifted things over there, so I am starting, of course, with the dining room first. I will be showing you my kitchen shelving too. So I hope your November has been great. The only thing that I've changed on the bottom of this cute little retro hutch of ours is all of these milk glass mugs across that top row there. I got them for like I think it was like $1.50 each. So they've got the neat mushrooms and veggies on them. So I kind of like to use them for Thanksgiving. Last year I purchased 2 beautiful white and gold ceramic pumpkins at Hobby Lobby. I thought they were really pretty. I think there is a third one too. I can't remember what the third one said, but I got the one that said blessed and thankful. So I thought they would be fun to put in there with my milk glass. And I have shown this last year, a cute little set that it's so funny because when I thrifted it, I thought they were turkeys. And it looks to me kind of like they were made to look like turkeys, but it took me at least a year or more to have it dawn on me that they weren't turkeys. They're peacock. Isn't that nuts though? It's just strange that they would paint them, I think, like a turkey. So that's what I'm using it for, a little creamer and sugar. Very much a Japan item. I can't remember who made that. There might be a sticker on the bottom. And then this is a newer, more modern set, but I thrifted it, and the 2 pumpkins, of course. I've always liked putting them out too. They're just a cute small size. I thrifted all of these gourds up here. I thought they were so fun. I just found the green one this year on the left. And I've shown that candle ring that I did cut in half. I showed that in a summer last thrift haul that I did. Down here is that weird McCoy vase that I thought the colors were terrible on it. It looks a little gold and brown, but it's more of a green shade. Crazy bright limey green and brown. It's very weird colors that I wasn't crazy about. I was even tempted to have it spray painted something, but I left it alone so far. Just put those funny fuzzy, whatever you call those. I don't know what they are supposed to represent. I don't know that there's such a thing as that, or they're just make-believe, but I sure think they're cute. Over here, I will be eventually putting out a video showing that we just found this in the funnest way of running across something that was tucked away so deeply in a tiny little cubby hole sideways in a booth in this antique mall that we went to just earlier in the month here. It was $5, and it is by Maurice of California. I was so happy, and you'll see how happy I was in the video. So that'll be coming out soon, but $5 for this gorgeous soup tureen. I think the only reason why it was so inexpensive is because there is a repaired chip on the ladle, but that doesn't bother me any. This would be adorable for Halloween too. So that's new over here. And most of these salt and peppers I thrifted this year. I am so tickled when I find little pumpkins like this or little turkeys that go together so sweetly. This is a single salt, that turkey, or no, it's actually a pepper. It's only got 2 holes, but that didn't bother me. That it was just one. I don't care. I'll get them at the Goodwill. They're so inexpensive. And that is a really sweet little set with the leaves on those pumpkins. One of these, the one on the left, I did find, I believe it was last fall. But this one, and they are both salt and pepper, this one does have 3 holes on the right. So that's the salt. I just happened to find they were both so similar in the way they're made. I doubt very much that it's a set. Their feet are different, and I just think I found a couple odd ones that were made by the same company because their glaze is so similar. So that was fun to find the one on the right this September. Up here, they're all new. So inexpensive. Pretty much, I think it was Goodwill. So I thought that would make a cute display this year because previous years I've put out all the little amber and amberina pressed glass and art glass little miniature pictures that I did show in my first Thanksgiving video that I just posted a week ago. So I put those at the top of the stairs this year on a different, bigger shelf because I did have quite a few. So then I could use this one for the turkeys and pumpkins. I'm enjoying looking at them. And this is a new purchase. You can see how big that plate is. That one's huge up there. That is my biggest one. And that was only like, oh, what was that, like $3? I couldn't believe it, in a antique shop a couple years ago. But this was a little more pricey. It was $12, but look at how beautiful it is. The one that I took down was big, but it was very plain and very common. And this one, they said, is Fenton. So that was a very, very happy purchase at a new antique shop that we will be going back to film sometime, I hope, over the Christmas season, because they are in the process of, well, they have all their Christmas stuff out now, and they were hoping we'd come back and film that place. This turkey I found too, and I did not show it in a thrift haul yet. I wanted to get a thrift haul done with all the turkeys and pumpkins that I had found in September, but I did not have the time. So this was the other one. I showed the other crazy one that I was using for a planter out in the front entrance in my first video a week ago. But this one is different, and it's got the more common glaze that you see in just the kind of oranges and browns and red drip. But he is definitely a planter because he's open by the wings and in the top. I have had this old Hong Kong corn pics for a very long time. This is a pretty ambiance video. I'll be sure and let you know what that is at the bottom of the video here, or in the description too. It does have the crackling fireplace sounds, of course. Very pretty. So let's go out to the kitchen. Well, I hope things are a little different in here enough to interest you. I did thrift a few things. I put the ugly turkey that I thrifted back here. I took the great big tall sticks out so it wouldn't be in the way. Brought the candy out here for Norm. He really loves candy corn. I'm not crazy about it. But let's start over here in this corner. This is a little tiny thrifted planter that I thought was pretty fun to find. That's just a succulent that goes nicely in there. And in the corner here, on this corner shelf, I have 3 of the crazy plastic Hong Kong. They're kind of soft, real soft plastic. I don't know if they call that a blow mold type item or not. Sometimes I hear that, but maybe that's what it is because they're so hollow. I have the little girl pilgrim, and there's a crazy scarecrow, and I do have a 4th one that is a little bigger scarecrow in the middle, but it is the same size. These are centerpieces. At least that's what I believe they've been calling them. They're pretty small centerpieces, but very cute. And there's the little pilgrim boy up there. I tried to make a little video on Instagram with a little music, and I'm so new at Instagram that it turned out speeded up. I don't know why. I've got a lot to learn. Really have had a lot of trouble with trying to do cute little videos on Instagram. This I showed last year over on the wall where all the Pyrex is, but I thought it would put it up here this year. It's a pretty fancy wild turkey ceramic wall hanging. It's not a wall pocket, just a nice little wall hanging. I enjoy taking him out for Thanksgiving. So let's go over to the shelving. I did have all of my brown and gold and rust Pyrex, and there's some glass bake items in there. I had this all out last year, but my shelves weren't opened up in the middle. So this year I was able to put that very nice thrifted for $9.99 at Goodwill last year. I found the turkey platter. I had one for many years prior to that, but it had quite a royal blue in it here and there and not much brown. So I just put that in the donation bags because I really didn't want 2 of them. I was so happy to find this guy because he's way more in my colors. I like that much, much better. I might as well do the pictures that are down here. We did purchase in Siren, Wisconsin. I think they were only $3 each, maybe. Oh, sorry if you hear that creaking. You would not believe how windy it is today. It's the worst I think we've seen it in a long time. Terrible, terrible wind gusts today. So things are creaking, things are flying. The bird feeder heavy bird feeder with a big hood over it for rain protection. It went flying, crashed out there. So anyways, these 2 glasses, I actually found 3, but I'm only obviously gonna use just 2 in order to balance that out. I like these mallard and cattail pitchers, full-size one and a little juice one. And this one was pretty unusual. I wish it had been of something to do with game birds, but that's all I had that would be nice and pale enough and not block the platter too much. So I just have a variety of the fun fall colors, much more rich colors. I only have one of this design. I know there's a set, but I'm sure I found it pretty reasonable or I wouldn't have gotten it. I just bought this one down here last night for $5. The tiny little one. It didn't have a lid, but I was still happy to add that because I actually needed something to fill up that space, and Norm took me thrifting yesterday, so that was good timing. And I have a couple casseroles with the veggies on it. I like adding that. It is different. On the other side, it's more of an oval casserole, and it does have its lid over there. I like these little plastic corn pokes. I've had them for probably 2 decades by now. Little more turkeys, and I found 2 of these for I think they were like $2.49 each. 2 canisters. Last year I found those. These are soup bowls. I have 5 of them, but I'm only displaying 4. Maybe someday I can find one. They were really reasonable too, but it was so many years ago that I found them, and I believe that's glass bake. Over here are my 3 bold leaf pitchers. So the one in the middle is smaller. They're very fun, and I thrifted these napkin rings. I loved them because they were the crazy drip glaze. Found those last year really, really cheap. It was exciting. I wish there had been a 4th one. So here's a repeat over here. I don't want to take too much time because I know this gets really long. I found those at a thrift store. This is very unusual. I got that so inexpensive. I think it was like $7. Crazy. It's really in good condition from an antique store. And that one I've had for a long time. We have many Pheasant glasses, and then Steve, my brother, gave me a whole bunch more Pheasant. All types of glassware. I love all these 70s ones with the big bold leaves on them. And on the other side, the wheat pattern. This is the Sears Roebuck cattail design that you find dishware, heavy, I don't know if you'd call that ceramic, or I don't think it's pottery when it's dishes. I have no idea what the dishes are made out of, but I only had 4 of those glasses in the picture. There's a couple more of the 70s style that I really like. The wheat in this one is so cool. Oh, I think that's just so neat. And Norm picked out this one. He really likes that. And that's a very fun cattail one. This was at my brother's house. Got some glare there. It is made in Japan. It says hand painted on the bottom. A pheasant, not a turkey. This is a very pretty casserole. I was happy to find that. This I found at a thrift store. Really happy to find that one. Really reasonable. Years ago. Probably didn't have its lid though. That's typical in thrift stores. So that's what's up there. And my new modern from Michael's bread box that I got half price, I think is so cute. And I showed this last year. I've had it around different places, like on the wall, on the front door, but I really enjoy it here because then I can see it all the time. I'm out in the kitchen, of course, most of my time. I admire so much that someone went to all that work on plastic canvas. I just love it. So bold. Super fun. And a couple of very nice fall looking hot pads. I mean pot holders. I'll never get that right. This was just a cute foam sign that I couldn't resist from the thrift store for probably 49 or 99 cents. And my one and only pot holder that is a turkey. I wish I could find more. Like, I found so many pumpkin ones over the years. I sure don't find turkey ones in corduroy. So cute. Couple of nice pot holders there. And I have had many lucite napkin holders over the years. My collection is down to maybe 30. I had at least 90 or more displayed in a big cabinet. One of my videos does show that very fancy mirrored oak large cabinet that we had in the dining room for a while before we found that little laminate hutch that we have now. I just thrifted this Aladdin beverage thermos. Really was bold. It's not black. I'm sorry that it's looking black, but it is chocolate brown in beautiful condition. So cheap. Maybe it was $2.99. I have my records on the computer. I just can't retain all these numbers at my age. Thrifted that little thermos. Thrifted this adorable metal turkey that I did show you last year. He's got a acorn and leaves painted on top. And I decided to put the log cabin SERP tin up here instead of another recipe box. I will be using that all winter for display. And I decided to put this out to show you because I didn't get it out for Halloween. J-A-J, is that it? J-A-J? Made somewhere else years ago. Beautiful pattern. The little grease container, again, I showed at Halloween. From my brother's house. Here's an old Campbell's cookbook. We think about soup a lot more in the winter months, right? And I did show you this new for us coffee pot. Love the bold colors. And this is the hot pads, pot holders. See, I did it again. That's so funny. The pot holders that I put up here are gold and kind of a weird green. Kind of a celery green, brown, and a gold. This was from my brother quite a few years ago when he gave me all the Mary mushroom stuff and this Ahrens too. Quite a few pieces he had of that too. These are thrifted turkeys. The timer, again, I had shown, was from my brother's house. He had a lot, and still does at his house, a lot of copper things. But this probably is a little plastic Hallmark salt or pepper, or just, maybe it's just for decoration. I don't see the holes on the top, but I'm sure it came in a pair. And I found this adorable little Japan ceramic pitcher I thought was so cute for $1 at Family Pathways this summer. I liked it and wanted to get it because I had found this a year ago. Another little cute Japan creamer. So that's over there. Up here, more of the pot holders. The same ones are on the other cupboard to my left. I happened to find 2 of all those, so that's identical over here. And then this combination over here. So now this is my latest crazy purchase. I think she was $12. I did show her in my last video that was at a place called Ruxton's Antiques. A very fun place. I bought a brownish, cocoa brown cornucopia planter. Very nice pottery planter, and her. And I put a little rhinestone for her mouth, and I put a couple little lights in her eyes with rhinestones, and I did actually have 3 buttons on her dress too. I just was having fun dressing her up a little bit. I kind of am not crazy about the fact that they look like they don't have any eyes, but I think that was fun to put that on her. And my brother had all of these wooden utensils that were absolutely perfect. She came in the antique shop with just one extremely dark chocolate brown spoon in her. So I tossed it. It didn't look very nice. And my brother had even twice as many as these utensils, even a little, can you believe it, a meat pounder out of this, I don't know, what kind of wood is that? It looks like just pine to me. Maybe that's what they were making them out of years ago. Were they just for looks? Or did people really use them? None of these look like they were used. There's a little slotted one back there too. So this was what I had last year, the thrifted salt and pepper. And that's why I wanted to get her. I thought she was very well done. And these I liked because of the splatter glaze on them. They just look so 70s to me. And it is a 79, did I find out? Mold. It is a 70s mold, even though somebody signed it and put 1990 on it that they did it. But the mold is definitely 70s. And this was an antique mall purchase. Very fun rolling pin. Thrifted the nut chopper. Thrifted this turkey dish last year. I saw another one at the thrift store this last month, and I left it there. I think it was bigger than this guy. I thought, oh, I don't remember what my other one is, so I guess I'll just pass it up. Kind of wish I hadn't. I don't think I showed this yet, that my brother also had the copper and black flour sifter at his house. So I brought that home too. This is a new canister set that you have not seen. I'm pretty sure I've not shown it yet. It was from Up Your Alley Vintage again. We found so many wonderful things there. They are in New Richmond, Wisconsin, and we have done videos, at least 2 videos on their store. It's just wonderful, retro, cool stuff. And I thrifted that pumpkin too. So I really like that. It's a fun one to use for March too. I probably might consider doing that. These are the golden amber pitchers that I've found over the past several years. And they are larger, of course. These are much bigger, full size. They're not like the little miniature ones at the top of the stairs that I showed already. This one is just gorgeous to me. I just love all those cuts in there. Such a beautiful pattern. I'm wondering if this is pilgrim glass. I've heard that term used, and I never could remember what the name of that other company was that was making art glass. And this other one, darker amber one, could be too. Don't quote me. I don't know that much about the glassware companies. This is really a crazy tall, skinny one, isn't it? Very fun. Way taller than the other ones. And this one, of course, I think is just wonderful too. I would call that the Daisy and Button? Button and Daisy? Which way do you say that? Which I thought was Fenton design. Here again, I'm not an expert. So that's fun, taking the amber and gold out for Thanksgiving. So I just brought back out some of my golden colored fun appliances. Steve, my brother, gave me this coffee pot. I just love it. And what brand? I don't know. I can't read that. And it's too pale on the white diamond down there. Too hard for me to read it. And again, this was Up Your Alley Vintage. Wonderful. Wonderful little mixer. I've shown it several times already because I'm so proud of it. Cutest graphics on there. Hamilton Beach. And I've shown this in my fruit video. Fruit themed video. And this was Up Your Alley Vintage too. And of course, I've got that Soups and Stews cookbook out. All of these cookbooks were thrifted. Lots of them, and the old red Betty Crocker ones too. So that is the end. I'm not going to go up again and show all these mugs. They get out of order. There's nothing in the middle there much. The glasses are in the dishwasher. I guess I could show you what we're using right now. There's 2 of them left up here. It's a rooster and a cupola under him, if that's how you pronounce it. I changed the glassware for us to use, and we do use them. And I do put them in the dishwasher with the most expensive Finish soft packets because it has glassware protection. Thank you all so much for watching this video today. I hope it was a little fun, and we wish you all of God's best blessings for your celebration if you are still anticipating Thanksgiving. We also thank our wonderful Canadian friends for their terrific support too, and wonderful comments. We know that you already celebrated Thanksgiving earlier, and we hope that it was wonderful for you too, and you were able to be with family. So until I see you again, we wish you our very best. Bye now.